Shalom, I will give all honor and glory and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth and sincerity. Salutation to the hopeful elect that spread out the four corners of the earth. Alright, so the title of this lesson will be Damned. If you take the RFID or slash Motb slash Mirco-Chip, Mirco-Chip. All right, so you're damned if you take the micro, if you take that Motb, right? So when we look at the Slovakia, so you know the Motb is the biggest prophecy that is that's going to happen, right? And it's important that you know the flock is aware of this prophecy and aware to not take this, right? I have here the etymology. The etymology of the word damn. Doomed to punish in the 1300 in the theological sense of doom to punishment in a future state, right? And from Old French, damner, which means to damn, condemn, convict, blame, injure. We have here in Latin, which goes back to our damnar, a damnar, which means to adjudge guilty, to doom, to condemn, blame, or reject, right? So if you take that Motb, you'll be rejected. You'll be rejected, right? You'll be rejected from salvation ultimately. No, you're rejected for receiving, and legal meaning pronounce judgment upon, right? Pronounce judgment upon. So you'll be, ultimately you'll be destroyed by us and Bims, right? You'll be your judgment would be getting rained by missiles, ultimately getting blasted by chariots. So I looked up here where digital currency replaces the U.S. dollar, and it reads the FedNow system. The FedNow service is something which is a system that launched in July the 1st of this year. Is neither a form of currency nor a step towards eliminate any form of payment, including cash. So this is what Google tell you, but if you see it through a spiritual sense, you know that they are heading towards that CBTC, right? Because they ultimately the U.S. dollars, no one is messing around with U.S. dollars no more. You have different, you have the different countries, Africa that's going to, or you have the different, countries, mainly dealing with, I forget, they're dealing with other currencies. I think, I just know that they're not dealing with, dollars. Let's see if I can get it here. Here it goes. Yuan instead. So you have the different country that is. I have an article. Let's see if I can bring it here in this tab because it's important to know that once this Motb start being forced and start being put into place, our salvation is near. Salvation of the elect, the hopeful elect. So this is from the Fortune article, and it reads, "How long will the dollar last as the world's default currency?" Because U.S. dollar is a hegemony right now. Is a hegemony. Anywhere you go, you'll see the U.S. dollar being used. The BRICS nation, which stands for Brazil, Russia, I believe India, China, and South Africa nations are gathering in South Africa this August with it on the agenda. And this was made published in June 25th, 2023. Could a new currency be set to challenge the dominance of the dollar? Um, So meanwhile, rising interest rates and the recent debt ceiling crisis in the U.S. have raised concerns among other countries about their dollar dominating debt and to demise of the dollar should the world's largest, it's like a world's leading economy ever default. So ultimately, they're trying to de-dollarize, you know, and which will ultimately happen with you know which ultimately gonna lead to the MOTB because right now their inflation is on the rise. You know, the other countries, they're not effing with the woman no more. They're not effing with America no more. Uh, they're not. Ultimately gonna set their bow against America, which I'm referring to like missiles. Also had a fear. Um, I don't know if you Alco might know this person, but this she that Chip girl on TikTok, and she claims to have had a chip which used RFID or um, radio frequency identification implanted in her hand in 2020. While she initially only used the microchip as a replacement for keys to unlock her front door and household cup, cupboard microchip girl has revealed and updated to the technology. I'm going to just click this link. So the map was allegedly implant, implant, implanted, implanted between the TikToker thumb and index finger. So I'm going to put up a precept. Revelation 13, verse 16. Oh, I have it here. Slovakia. And reads, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Right? In their right hand or in their forehead. So that's going back to the Michael C of the Kuragma, right? So the Kuragma was allegedly implanted between the TikToker's thumb and index finger, right? It reads, she since Okay. She since revealed she no longer has to worry about forgetting her front door keys, but can also go out without her credit card links to the Croc, right? So basically, she can for her food or her groceries out the card on her. Um, so it reads in a clip uploaded to the platform on the 5th of August, Michael C. Hip girl, Karakma girl, explains to the camera because Yahawah he's not dealing with no Michael. He's not dealing with anyone who have a implant, the Karakma, and it has to pay for their groceries in their hand. Yahawah he's not dealing with it, right? They're gonna be destroyed. So ultimately, she's just getting. If she doesn't get her judgment, she's just getting. She's just getting reserved for the day of judgment, right? And Scripture speaks about. So she explains to the camera. She's testing out paying for her groceries out her hand for the first time at Whole Foods. So this is going to become a reality, right? They just put it in your. They just putting it in your face. Um, Job 21:3. Job 21. It's like Job 21:13. It was reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Right. So the wicked is reserved for the day of judgment. I'm also going to get another piece of Proverbs 16:4. It reads, The Lord, which the Lord Yahawah has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked judgment. Right. So the wicked. So ultimately, she's wicked. And she gonna reserve for the day of judgment. Right. She gonna reserve for the day of judgment. You know? All the spirits that was persecuting Yahawah and they were persecuting the prophets back in the ancient time. They're reincarnated back, and they're going to ultimately receive their judgment, which is that fire. 17 verse Revelation chapter 13 verse 17 reads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So that mark, which represents Kragma, you know. So in order to buy, sell, do anything, or to even function in society, you have to have that mark, the Kragma. 18 verse. Here is the wisdom, let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for as the number of a man, his number is 600, 6. Right? So Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. It reads, and the first one went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon a man which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. Right. So those that receive the Motb, they don't have a grievous in their hands, right? Receive them, right? Right. You know, she's very prideful. And people, they're not taking this as like a normal thing in today, but it's going to become a reality. And this is why, this is a warning video to you, off call, anyone who listening, that if you take the MOTB, you are damned, right? You are reserved for judgment, right? You're ultimately going to be destroyed by us and them, right? All right. It reads, while it's a handy way to never have to remember your keys or credit card again, not everyone is convinced by the technology. Uh, you know, and you see some of these people, some of these people have they have some wisdom. You know, those because I'm not sure he gonna pour out his spirit in these last days. So most viewers of the clip were just terrified by the use of such technology. Many referring to biblical passage Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, which I just read. Um, and the verse reads, "He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slaves, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead." More of them. One TikToker used to come to Revelation be like, and so it begins another added. Right? Some of these, I don't know, there was some scoffing coming. Some of these people, they're gonna mock and scoff, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, and they can't feed their family, they can't eat, and they don't have the wisdom and truth, you know, salvation, they ultimately gonna take that MOTB. Because we're coming in heavy times, we're coming in evil times. We're coming in serious judgment of the wicked. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 28, and reads, um, going to start. I'm just going to start. 28 verse. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Right. So amidst, them getting, amidst, they might have the market see help in their hand. They probably gonna try to pray for repentance. You can't, Yahweh, he's not gonna answer you. He's not gonna answer your call for repentance or your prayer for repentance because you were warned. This is a warning right here. If you take the MOTB, and you try to ask for forgiveness, you're gonna be forgive. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be forgive. Um, 29th verse, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh. Right. So they hated knowledge. They knew about these people. They know about Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 would tell them what it's basically a warning to them already. But these people, they're ignorant of the word, right? They read something and they just they might read that verse and say, this ain't something that's gonna happen, and then ultimately receive and reconcile. So this is why they hated. This is why in 29 verse said for that they hated knowledge. They hated knowledge, right? They didn't choose to heed to the word of Yahweh Shah. Um, they would 34, they would 30 verse, they would none of my counsels they despise all my reproof. Other one verse. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. All right. All right. So therefore they should eat of their own devices, which represent their judgment, ultimately. Um, and then see, therefore they must eat the bitter fruit of living their own way, choking on their own schemes, right? You know, because when they get the Motb, ultimately, they gonna be able to themselves, but they gonna be miserable. They're gonna be because they're gonna be without knowledge. They're gonna be without truth. They ultimately they sold their livelihood to that to that mark, right, to that image, to that beast, right. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkens unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Right. So ultimately, that's going back to the elect. The elect fear Yahweh Shah, and they gonna the elect are gonna be kept safe from evil. They're gonna be kept safe in the time of temptation. Right. Okay. Psalms 11, chapter 11, verse 6. It reads, Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and horrible tempests. This shall be a portion. This shall be the portion of their cup, right, to the wicked. No, which going back to the Edomites, but ultimately this is referring to them that to everyone, to them that you know, even if they don't take a microCL, if they're not chosen to be of the elect, if they're not, chosen from the foundation of the to be the elect, they ultimately gonna get destroyed, in the ELT. He'll rain down blazing coals and burning sulfur on the wicked, punish them with scorching winds, right? Which are going back to odds and bills, right? The odds and bills, scripture speaks about also the heavens, um, you know, move away as they roll, paraphrasing. They're going to refer to the odds and bills hitting Babylon ultimately. You know, so that portion of the cup was representing the judgment, right? So I'm gonna close out here. You're down. You're gonna get if you take that Michael C up, you're gonna get a portion of the cup. You're gonna get a portion of the wicked cup, which is getting burnt right by ICBMs, right? They're gonna be the portion of your cup if you take ICBMs. So it's better for you to pray and to change your mind, change your ways now, and to repent because it's gonna become a reality. You see them just laughing and put it in your face. As it's like this is something that you should be doing, or you should this is something you should take. But you know you gotta have wisdom, right? You got to have wisdom. You got to count on Yahweh Shah to save you in that time. All right, so I'm going to close out here. I'm gonna give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, until the next time. I want to say Shalom.